Hi Cancer, welcome to my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. Today is November 19th, 2019. This is a general love reading for the sign of Cancer for the end of the month. It can pertain to any kind of relationship you're dealing with, romantic, friendship, family, co-worker, exes, you name it, it might apply. Also, it can pertain to situations and circumstances you're dealing with. Be flexible with the energy. Don't be concerned about the gender of the cards or the pronouns I'm using to describe them. You can interchange the roles within the reading. Don't try to make the reading fit, but you'll know if it's resonating. And again, you'll know which character you're playing in the reading if you're resonating. Also, you may feel like I'm reading for you, but you could also feel like you're cross-watching for somebody that you're dealing with. So, let's get started, Cancer. I have pre-shuffled all my decks. Let's see what's going on with you today. So in your underlying, sorry, a bunch of junk here. Just move stuff out of the way a little bit here. Okay. So Cancer, in your underlying energy, we're going to start with the High Priestess and the King of Swords in the upright position. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Empress in reverse. Seven of Wands. Page of Cups in reverse. The Ace of Wands. And 10 of Swords. Okay, this is looking like it's going to be pretty interesting, Cancer, but let me look at this for a second. So the King of Swords in your underlying energy with the High Priestess, that's some pretty powerful energy. I do feel like it's yours. Now, I know women generally watch tarot, right? And you get a male energy in your underlying energy, you're like, oh shit, it's not for me. This you can embody the King of Swords energy, but this could also be someone that you're dealing with. So just bear that in mind. The King of Swords is just someone who's all about authority. They're about right versus wrong. This could be someone who's actually in law enforcement. Could be a judge. Could be someone, a father figure. This is someone who, boss. This is someone who takes charge, is adamant about doing the right thing, is not shy about speaking his truth, and enforcing others to do the right thing as well. This person is highly intelligent and highly intuitive. This potentially could be someone who works in the spiritual arts. I'm going to throw that out there. If this is you, Cancer, and I do feel like it is you, you are working on dealing with an emotional situation. You might be dealing with some selfish energy and trying to release that from your life. If this is your past energy, then you are working on releasing it. This could just mean that maybe you've acted selfishly in the past, or you're dealing with somebody who's been acting selfishly. It's possible that you are feeling defensive and not willing to approach somebody with an offer of reconciliation at this point in time. Or you could be defensive about waiting for this to happen, and currently it's not. Whatever you want in regards to this situation or this relationship, situation within a relationship, you don't want insincere reconciliation, you don't want insincere communication, and you don't want anybody coming at you with selfish motives. That has to be left at the door. And the people surrounding you know that who you are, and they know how strong you are, and they know how intuitive you are. So you could very well be a very intimidating energy right now, Cancer. and difficult to approach because of this. Because you're not going to accept anything but integrity, authenticity, honesty. And you may not be feeling that others are approaching you because you are taking such a strong stance, and you could be potentially a little bit intimidating. Now there's an ending here on the table, and I want to start shuffling the cards. I'm just going to show you these two real quick. So we have Ace of Wands with the Ten of Swords. So it feels to me, and this came out first, so it feels to me that there is a potential new beginning, whether it be in a relationship or a situation, due to a really harsh ending or something that has come to an end or something that is about to come to an end. Sorry, I'm distracted because the cat over here is scratching. We've been dealing with fleas, and so I'm feeling like I gotta go comb the cat again because he's scratching over on the tree, the cat tree, not a real tree, and he's distracting me. So anyway, back to you, Cancer. Here we go. So this new beginning, potential new beginning after a harsh ending, or an ending that is going to happen or needs to happen in order for something new to come about. Now, this is not, necessarily a revelation, because we all know, common sense tells us that when endings occur, beginnings usually follow. When you close out something in your life, you make room for something new to come around. So this could potentially be an end to a relationship or a situation within a relationship or a circumstance that needs to be rectified, or a resolution needs to be found, conclusion, closure, whatever that looks like for you. I know that's very general, but it could be different for everybody. So let's get some more cards on the table and see what else, Cancer. King of Swords is clarified by the Fool in reverse. And High Priestess is clarified by the Five of Cups. We have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. The Hierophant in reverse. Temperance in reverse. Star. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And the Nine of Cups in reverse. So there's definitely some energy on the table here that indicates there was some selfish motives in the past, or selfish actions taken, or something happened in the past. Now this could be your energy or someone else's. I'm not clear on that yet. But I do feel it could potentially, Cancer, be yours, because I do feel like you're in a state of grieving right now, and you may be a little bit cautious about making a move, or taking the next step forward, or taking a leap of faith into something new, because you were trying to end the sense of maybe having taken actions in the past that were selfish and ended up being the wrong thing, that did not result in what you were hoping for. This could be a lot. Eight of Pentacles can indicate failure or dissatisfaction within a work situation. Could be indicating getting fired from a job, or just needing to seek new employment. But this can also just indicate things that have failed in the past, actions that you've taken in the past that have not worked out. And so you're wanting to relieve yourself of that. And embodying the King of Swords energy, feeling a little cautious because you might right now just be working on your intuitive abilities so that you can gain some healing and regain your strength and your sense of purpose. Maybe you've been moving towards a new beginning for a while, but there's been this frustration this feeling that maybe you're wasting your time, because whatever you've wanted, whatever goals, wishes you've sought after have not turned out the way you thought that they would. And maybe you're reflecting on this and thinking because it was selfish motives, because you didn't have everybody's best interest in mind, it hasn't worked out for you. And so you're trying to, it feels like you're trying to switch gears, trying to kind of change your state of mind so you can regain a sense of hope, maybe to turn this back the right way so that you can make an approach or be open to extending an offer to mend things within a situation or relationship. But right now you're feeling very defensive about this imbalance and this need to heal, because you are in a state of needing to heal. You are experiencing significant grief. And for that reason, you're feeling cautious about this next step forward or what actions to take next. So whatever happened in the past, again, was the wrong move. You may have thought it was right for you and that you were going to take a different route or try something new, or kind of, you know, take the path less traveled, try to be a little bit of a rebel and go after something that in your non-traditional way, because it's just something that you wanted or something you wanted to try, but there's been a failure in the past and you're lingering on that. That is still on your mind heavily. There may be apologies coming toward you, or you might be responsible for extending some apologies or seeking forgiveness for something. I get the feeling that that's heavy on your mind as well. And you're hopeful that, I think hope will come out of that. And I feel like that you're hopeful that you can get to that point where maybe you can receive that or offer it. Wherever you stand in this situation, there's a sense that someone needs to step forward and try to make amends. And for at least right now, that is not a possibility for you because you're in a state of healing. Let's see what else comes up for Cancer. So clarifying the King of Swords and the Page of Wands. And again, that's just indicating you wanting to try something new, wanting to take the next step, but being cautious because what you've done in the past hasn't worked. But you're not giving up hope. I mean, in fact, the hope is quite strong on the table here. You're not giving up hope. I think that the ending, the Ten of Swords, again, indicates that it's more of an ending of how your approach, or ending of your current state of mind, or your current objective, or current emotional stance regarding the situation. There's something about ending something in a personal way and taking a different perspective in order to gain some success and to get out of your head. Because right now, that's what you're working on. Dealing with some personal grief that may have you in your head right now, but I do feel like you're definitely taking steps forward to mend from this. And we got Five of Wands again, too, and some mental conflict, internal conflict. King of Swords came out again. So far, this is a very solo reading. This is all about you, Cancer. I don't have anybody else's energy on the table. We got the Fool in reverse again in this set of cards. Again, in your underlying energy, we had the Fool. You're overly cautious right now about taking that next step forward or taking a leap of faith. Fool in reverse again, because you haven't ended yet what hasn't been working for you in the past. And when this happens, then this is going to change, because you are still hopeful for a new beginning. You've just been frustrated because it's been challenging. It's been difficult. It's been taking a long time, but you are bound and determined that this belongs to you, this new beginning, this new opportunity, this passionate new relationship. But it's taken its toll, and you're at a state of being frustrated right now and not sure about whether you can move forward. You want to, you are in a state of healing right now, and there's nothing wrong with that, Cancer. So you'll make your decisions on how to make peace, Judgment, how to make peace when the time is right and when you can regain your sense of hope. Ace of Wands came out here again too in reverse this time. So like I said, in the past you've made some wrong moves, and I do believe they may have been selfish moves. One-sided perspective, and it caused you to miss this opportunity. I believe this has been something that's been in your grasp for a while, and you've lost it because of your approach. Or, you know, postponed. This can be just postponement too. You haven't lost it. It feels lost right now, but it's, you know, the opportunity's been postponed because your approach was not effective. And so, you know, you're in a state of stagnation right now. We got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse because you're working on releasing what has failed in the past. Okay, let's get our last set of cards out and see what else we can come up with for you, Cancer. It's an interesting reading. It's interesting that I don't have any other court cards. Again, you're embodying Empress in reverse with the King of Swords. And so gender doesn't matter. This is just the energies that you're embodying. You have a very, very strong intuition. I think that you know where you've gone wrong in this situation. And I think you know the steps you need to take in order to make things better so you can have your Ace of Wands opportunity. So your head is in the right place. And it does look like you're dealing with some grief and some sorrow and some heartaches and some tough times right now. You may even feel alone. You may feel isolated. You may feel like nobody understands. But, you know, you are moving in the right direction based on what I'm seeing in the cards. I think you have spirit on your side. You know, if you're intuitive, like I feel like you are, you're probably talking to your spirit guides. Maybe you're even, you know, you work in the spiritual arts. Maybe you're a tarot reader yourself. And you've contacted your spirit guides to seek some guidance in this. And right now, I do believe they're telling you just time to get out of your head and heal. You know, work through the shit, work through the mental anguish, work through the anxiety, work through the reasons why past attempts haven't worked out for you, and make things better. And that's your healing process right now that you're going through, Cancer. Clarifying the Fool in reverse, we have the Nine of Wands in reverse, being at the end of your rope, feeling like you want to throw in the towel, wave the white flag, give up, feeling exhausted, tired, out of ideas, out of energy, feeling overly cautious, unsure. It's interesting that this energy is all surrounding this King of Swords, which has this really, really solid, positive, strong, super strong energy, flanked by all these cards where it's just showing Nine of Swords in reverse, Nine of Wands in reverse, Fool in reverse, Five of Cups, the grief, Ace of Pentacles, clarifying the Five of Cups, missed opportunities or delays in opportunities or inability to obtain what you're working on because you just haven't, like I said before, you just haven't taken the right stance or haven't moved in the right direction or just made some decisions that weren't quite right for you. Five of Swords, King of Cups. So the Two of Cups that came out, this could have to do with a relationship. Eight of Pentacles came out again. Hangman in reverse. This may have affected a relationship or more than one relationship. Cause some imbalance, cause some need to repair a relationship. Not willing to give up hope, though. You want to make the right decision. There may have been some conflict, some fighting in the past, and of course, fighting never results in success, right? That's never going to help. It's, you know, it's a way of communicating. You can get your feelings out. But the actual fight, conflict is not usually the best way to resolve things. Eight of Pentacles again, the Seven of Pentacles. Frustrated with what you've tried in the past. Again, this communication could have been harsh. King of Swords can be harsh, especially if you embody King of Swords in reverse, which, you know, it's not out in reverse here, but maybe in the past you have. Maybe you've been harsh in the past. I think you've seen, you know, we got the Hangman in reverse here. I think you've seen that your perspective has possibly been a little one-sided. I just get this feeling like you haven't considered necessarily the perspective that whatever goal you're working toward, whatever this Ace of Wands is for you, Cancer, that the best route, the best approach is to consider what's good for everybody involved. And if this new beginning that you are working towards or working on or trying to obtain affects other people, then I do believe that, you know, those other people need to be considered, and those other relationships, however this is affecting those other relationships, if this is causing imbalance, then that needs to be rectified first. And it's, you know, if decisions you're making or goals you're trying to achieve affect other people, you just need to consider the other people. And I think you've realized that. I think that's why, you know, in the past, this has been a situation where you've missed out on the opportunity because it just hasn't been right. It hasn't, you know, the universe is setting it up so that it's going to be a successful situation for you. And in order for the universe to set it up so that it's successful for you, everything needs to be right. And all of the people affected by these decisions that you're making need to have a positive outcome right along with you, because you're the King of Cups. You're a loving individual who has compassion for everybody, who cares about everybody, and who wants the outcome to be effective and positive for everybody. So we have the Three of Cups in reverse in your underlying energy, with the Hierophant again in reverse. Hermit in reverse, Strength in reverse, Ace of Swords in reverse, Knight of Swords in reverse, Queen of Swords, and Seven of Pentacles again. So Seven of Pentacles came out again in this same set of cards, outcome cards. There's just certainly a level of frustration, feeling like you wasted your time. You might be collaborating with somebody else. This Queen of Swords came out in clarifying the Ace of Wands, so you might possibly be collaborating with somebody else who's of like mind. This could be a partner, romantic or otherwise. It's possible that you're dealing with a romantic partner, but I'm not sure that the situation that you're dealing with has anything to do with the relationship itself, but it's definitely affecting the relationship, and this new beginning might be for both of you. Or this person could be acting as, you know, counsel, for example, someone who's giving you advice, or someone that you're going to talk to or to seek clarity. And this Queen of Wands is in that same energy where she's, you know, she's going to be honest with you. She's going to tell you the truth. She's going to have frank conversations with you and help you clear up what you need to clear up in order to get what you need to get. So again, you're not taking action toward you know, making amends, seeking forgiveness, receiving forgiveness. Again, you can switch roles. So this could be you waiting to take action because someone else needs to approach you and make amends, but you're going to make these decisions later. Right now, actions are on standby. And the one thing that's keeping you going is you are maintaining a certain level of hope that's keeping this alive. And I think it's the only thing that's keeping this alive, because I feel this level of frustration is very high. You may have wanted to give this up in the past. I don't know that you, again, I'm not sure you have spoken clearly or been forthright with the other people involved in the situation. If it's affecting other people, your partner or family members or friends, there's imbalance in the relationships because maybe you haven't been completely honest or offered the entire truth or the entire plan, or, you know, there's this sense that there's a lack of clarity or miscommunication, misguided information that has really weakened your stance. Maybe others are starting to see you in a different light. Who is this? I thought this was the King of Cups, someone who's compassionate, somebody who's empathetic towards the people around them, and these actions in the past, seemingly selfish, have caused people to look at you in a different light And again, you may feel alone in this. This does feel like something that you're working through in a solo manner. Seeking counsel, again, with the Hierophant in reverse, clarifying the High Priestess. You could be contacting your spirit guides to help you get through this. But in order to see what went wrong. What directions, what went wrong in the past so that you can fix that and not walk down that same road and make the same mistakes. I do, again, believe that this is involving other people, and whatever the situation has affected other relationships in your life. The outcome is positive, Cancer. I do feel like you're struggling still quite a bit. This is not over as far as the healing process. There's too much uncertainty still. But the cards are basically saying hang on to the hope, because as long as you do, there is hope. As long as you work through what you need to work through. And bear in mind, you know, you're not the only one who's probably working through stuff. There's probably other people too. So we're all on our own timelines, right? We're all dealing with our own shit. We're all trying to make our life the best lives we can live. And that includes making sure we're making the right decisions and the right moves for those that are around us as well. Because our loved ones are important in our life. Those that we connect with, friends, family, coworkers, romantic partners. And if we're making decisions for just ourselves, it's always going to lead us down a path of potential failure and destruction. And so I really do feel like you are doing some heavy self-improvement, dare I say. It feels like you're definitely headed in the right direction, Cancer. So let's get a Dreams of Gaia tarot card as an ending to this reading. Maybe we'll get something that will give you a little bit more insight into the situation. Perhaps some advice, Spirit, for Cancer. Maybe a next move that can be made, or something that they can mull over in their head, working through the mental challenging mental processes that Cancer's dealing with right now. I don't know if that makes sense. Sometimes shit comes out of my mouth. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm gonna try to make it work. Let's turn this into a sentence somehow. All right, Cancer. Let's get a card for you. Cards are being stubborn right now. Give me a card for Cancer. I've been successful with just pulling like one card at a time, which is nice, because if you're new to my channel, these are new to me and I'm still reading from the book. If you're not new to my channel, you know that the cards have lengthy meanings, and I don't like to sit here and read out of the book for, 10-15 minutes. So I like to just get one, but I'll take more than one if that's necessary. One just needs to pop out. Is that 2? That's like 5. I can't take 5. That's a little ridiculous. Not taking 5, Spirit. Come on, give me 1. For Cancer. Cards are sticky today too. It's a rainy day, so there's a lot of moisture in the air. Cards always get a little sticky. Maybe you don't get a card today, Cancer. I'm trying to make sure there's plenty of reversals in here. There we go. There's one that wanted to come out, and it's just one. It's a good one. Love. Well, this is depending on how you interpret it. This card can mean a lot of things, but it has everything to do with making decisions that are right for the purpose of love in all way, shape, and form. Tough love, nurturing love, compassionate love, friendship love, everything. But I'm going to read this from the book because it is a nice, I am familiar with it because I pulled this card a few times past week or so. Okay. It's only about a half page. It's not very long, Cancer. So let's go ahead. I'll display the card so you can see it as I read. The fourth reason for being is to experience love in all of its forms, from codependent and need-based love to big, unconditional, universal love, and to understand that love comes in many different forms and guises. There is the innocent, trusting love that a child has for a parent, and the unconditional love a parent has for a child. There is the love one has for self and the love has for others. The love one has for others. There is the love we feel when we do the things we love, and the love we feel when others appreciate what we do. There is our love for family, love for community, love for nature, love for the gods we choose to worship, whether those gods be born of science or religion or the humans we choose to idolize. There is sexual love, platonic love, playful, affectionate love, selfless love, crazy love, and more. We are here to learn that love is as multifaceted as we are, and that love is neither intrinsically good nor bad. Love is a cosmic force that will shape us or break us depending on how we choose to experience it. And just as we have a choice in what we experience, we have a choice in how we perceive and experience love. There you go. There you are, experiencing some situations that are challenging you in the area of love, Cancer. And I do feel like you are in the process of making some decisions that are going to improve your relationships in your life, whereas right now you're dealing a little bit with 2 of Cups in reverse, 3 of Cups in reverse, a little bit of heartache, a little bit of grief, a little bit of sorrow. But Cancer, I do feel positive in this reading. I do feel like it's got a positive ending and that you're headed in a positive direction. So I'm going to congratulate you and tell you that I hope that you are able to work through this in a timely manner so you can get your feet back on the ground and start, again, working toward what you deserve, which is your Ace of Wands. You deserve this because you're working hard for it. And it is going to happen for you because you have hope. And as long as you're moving forward with hope, this is in your grasp. It's just that simple. So I wish you the best of luck, Cancer. Thank you for watching, and I hope I see you again soon. Bye.